I'm here today with Imogen Edmunds of Redwing Solutions HR Consultancy, and today we're talking about why you may not be retaining your staff, which is a subject we keep coming back to again and again because it's just so important.
Yeah, I'm really glad you asked me this question. If I had £1 for every time I've been asked to comment on the recruitment crisis in the last 2 years, I'd be a very wealthy girl. It's absolutely inherently the same issue. A recruitment and retention crisis is what we're in. It's not one or the other. And one of the problems with recruiting staff is what you're doing to retain staff. Now, if you're not doing enough to retain your staff, you're going to find it more difficult to recruit. We talk a lot in HR about being an employer of choice, and this comes down to what are you doing that makes you stand out from a crowded market. Now we're in, according to the economists, in a period of time in our country where we've got full employment. People do have choices, and people will make choices about where their labour goes for the reward they receive. We have to remember people go to work to earn a wage, and that's really, really important. And yes, people might be able to work in different sectors and earn more money. We know that the childcare sector is not a well-paid sector generally, but if you worked in leisure or in hospitality, we often talk about how outrageous it is that somebody might earn such amount pounds an hour to work in Aldi. Not picking on Aldi, other supermarkets are available. But if you work in Aldi, you will be working on a 5 out of 7 contract if you're full time. You will be, as per the rota, Monday to Sunday, not Monday to Friday. You will work evenings. You will work earlies. Your time will be dedicated to serving the customer who wants to shop from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday. So the beauty of early years is that it is Monday to Friday. It is generally 8 till 6 or 7:30 till 6, and therefore we should be looking to make sure that we can retain a workforce who wants to work in that environment. And retaining employees can be things like making sure that people feel that they've got a career progression. Succession planning is so important to Generation Z. They need to feel that the training will be received by them, that they will have a future. So what is their pathway? Have you set it out? And if you haven't, that's one of the key things we can do to retain the workforce.
And that's so important, especially within smaller settings where sometimes I think staff come in feeling that there is nowhere to go. As groups grow, as people buy other nurseries to bolt on, that kind of thing, actually there's lots of opportunities for people to succeed within the current business that obviously maybe they don't think are there. And it's about kind of communicating not just where they can go at this moment in time, but also where you see the business going forward and what role they might have in it.
Absolutely. I mean, we should all be looking to grow our own. We should be looking at bringing people in and to teach them the ropes and give them the opportunity to grow as far as they want to grow. And that may mean one day that they grow into opportunities outside of your organisation, and we should treat that positively because that's not a negative on you. That means that they've outgrown you and there is opportunities. I mean, how many times do you hear of people with childcare education qualifications who go off to work in schools or in universities or in other forms of social care because of their childcare qualifications? And that's not a bad thing.
It should be celebrated.
Well, how many apprentices do we know who are now operations managers?
Yes.
Not uncommon.
No.
Not uncommon at all. Area managers, responsible for multiple settings. So, they entered the sector in one position and they had a pathway and they went forward. And as I say, we will talk about generations and the differences in generations, but it's very vital. If you want to employ people who are Generation Z, if you don't give them a succession plan, if you don't show them what their pathway is, they'll go somewhere that will.
I hope you found that useful. Please do click on the link below if you'd like to subscribe and have this in your inbox every week, and we'll see you again soon.